Senator West, what purpose?
Question of the author.
Do you yield?
Yes, I yield.
Senator, and I'm not going to be redundant of Senator Menendez's fine questions. Is there a private cause of action in this bill?
Yes, there's a cause of action provision.
A private cause of action. Can an individual who feels as though they've been aggrieved by any non-compliance pursuant to this particular bill file a cause of action?
Yes.
They can?
Yes.
Would it have to be filed in Austin, or where would the venue be for it?
I would think that would be an appropriate venue in the county where the university is located.
And could you go back over the issue that you and Senator Menendez was talking about in terms of the removal of sex?
And just to clarify, Senator West, the cause of action provision is tied to the mandatory training or actual provisions that prevent mandatory training allows for that cause of action. But yes, for the exchange that Senator Menendez and I had, we were talking about clarifications related to language that the House put in and that we reinstated based on the version of the bill that left the Senate floor.
And sex was or was not in when it left the floor of the Senate?
Was included in the Senate version, and the House was not included in the Senate version, and the House put in.
Okay, and so sex is back in now. Is that correct?
That's correct. We made a change on that, and we made a change on the Attorney General provision for enforcement of any voluntary training, not enforcement, but for any voluntary training that's put together for the university. The Attorney General would have to be involved under our original version of the bill, and now that's the coordinating board. That was the House's preference.
The General Counsel and the coordinating board.
That's correct, but prior to it was the General Counsel and the AG's office.
Right, and I thought that was it's best the AG not be involved in that. But
that's correct.
Well, we're going to see. I mean, you and I have had a conversation about this. We have been dealing with race, ethnic, and these issues for a long time. And your representation to me is that we're going to have a better Texas as it relates to the passage of this particular bill. And I look forward to working with you to make certain that we're not just talking about it again, but that we actually do something about it.
I understand, and my representation to you as well, Senator West, is we'll be working together on a blueprint or architecture to build forward.
And man, this is what I'd ask you to do, because you've been going around to diverse universities, which I appreciate you doing. Make certain that you get to the Hispanic employees in higher education, African American employees in higher education, and get their input into your decision-making process in terms of what will work in order to kind of move the needle, as opposed to still remaining steady where it is.
I'm committed to that, Senator West. I'm also committed to spending some time with you on exactly that, and with stakeholders at the table on working forward in the interim, if we have one.
If we have an interim?
Yes.
Let me explore this a little further. Why wouldn't we have an interim? That's okay. All right. Thank you.